Hi everyone. I'd like to show you in this video today how to get Texthelp's Read and Write PDF reader and how it works. So the first thing I've done to make sure that I have the Google extension is I've come here to Our Doc. And when I'm in Our Doc, I'm going to come down on the right-hand side to Technology Services. After I've clicked on Technology Services, you're going to see on the left-hand side here, there is a menu of options. I'm going to ask you to go to Google Suite. Google Suite is where we have a variety of resources for Google products or products that are related to Google. So here we are in the G Suite, the Google Suite area. And if I come down the page, you're going to see Read and Write. We have the regular Read and Write that works in Google Docs and on websites and so on. Now there's also the PDF viewer. To make it easy, we've just kept all the Read and Write products together. So I'm going to click on Read and Write. And as I come down the page here, you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a video here and it says Read and Write Texthelp PDF viewer information. And then it says link to test if PDF Reader is installed. And if it's not, then you can actually add it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to click on this bottom link here to see if I have it installed. So I've clicked on it, brings me to this page. And if I had it installed, it would say, yes, it's installed. I don't have it installed, so now I'm going to do that. So I'm going to click install now. It will bring up the Chrome Web Store. If you've just gone directly into the web store, you may see this and click add. It may or may not work for you. Sometimes when we try to add certain extensions from the web store, they're blocked. But if you go in through this way, it will work every time. I now click add, and I'm going to add the extension. And what you'll see in a moment is once it's checking to make sure it's all right, it will then add it. And now up at the top here, I have a new, up in the top right here, it says Texthelp PDF Reader. It's kind of purple. It almost looks like a file. And then you'll see here, nice work, you've installed the PDF Reader extension. So great, I've got it. That's the first step, I've installed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Google Drive. And what I've done is I've found a PDF or a JPEG or whatever the file is. If it's a JPEG, like a picture, then you would have to convert that using Snapverter or another program, but that'll be a different video. So in this case, I do have this. You can see it's basically a PDF. It is a PDF. I'll go back actually one more to show. You can see up at the top here, image 0070 PDF. But it just opened it up on this screen. If I want to open it up in PDF Viewer, I'm going to click on the Open With, and then click on Read and Write for Google Chrome. Often it will do this all by itself. It won't even ask you Open With. It will just open it this way. But since I've added it to this account, I haven't given it full permission yet. So after I click Allow, now I've given it permission to actually integrate. And this is the screen you would see if you open up a PDF. So here it is. Obviously, that looks a little bit small. So let's make it a little bit larger. There we go, nice and larger on my page. So notice it does look different than a regular Google Doc or a Google Slide or whatever. But that being said, you still have a lot of options up here. So up along the left, the top left here, you have your menu bar for Read and Write PDF Viewer. It looks a little bit different than the regular Read and Write, but as I said, almost every option is there. So if I want it to say read, I'm just going to highlight the text I would like it to read. I'll come up, I'll click play. And it's now reading aloud to me. I'm not sure if you can hear it in this video, but it's absolutely reading. I can press stop just like I would in regular Read and Write. Notice when I highlight it also, it did bring up this icon over here. So if I want to add in comments, they look different, but I can add in comments here as well. And you'll notice it has word prediction right here. It has speech to text, which is talk and type. It does have voice notes. It'll play what you've, if you've recorded, it'll play it back to you and so on. So you still have all of these other options as well. When I come up to the top here, I still have my dictionary. So if I want to, say, look up the word historic, I can click on the word, click on the dictionary, and it will still give me my definition and my, it'll read the word and then also read definition if I click play. I'm not actually going to do that this time. Maybe I want a picture of the world or worlds. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. I'm going to go to the picture dictionary. Nah, it doesn't have worlds. It would probably have world. Maybe I'll pick one other one. Maybe I'll highlight women instead. Sometimes the highlighting can be a little bit tricky because it is a PDF. And that one's really being tricky, but it can happen from time to time. How about garbage? Can I get that? There we go. Click on the picture dictionary. It'll give you my picture and so on. You still have the highlighting option as well. So if you've been working with your students to highlight in documents, if you click on it, out come all the highlighters, just like you would see in the regular read and write. It looks a little different here, but by clicking on it, I can highlight the sections that I think are important and use different colors and so on. I can still collect my highlights into a Google Doc like I would have before. I can also have vocabulary. Now, the part that is really important now is, okay, so we have this PDF. Let's say I want to write on it. So first of all, I want to put my name on it. So I'm going to click on the T. It's called Typewriter, which is somewhat humorous, but here it is. Now I click on the document. It opens up a box for me. I can now type Mark, because that's who I am. I just put my name on it. Now you'll notice up here at the top, it will read back to me what I've written. It has the play. Once again, it has the word prediction. So if I'm trying to spell things and I'm typing, even the students, even though it's a PDF, they can still do that as well. If I use the talk and type, it will write whatever I say. I can make my writing larger and smaller. The one thing I really do impress upon the students is when they're using this, usually the writing is in black. So I would often change the color of my writing, make it red, just so it stands out a little bit. And then when I'm happy with everything I've got written, I click on the check mark and it stays there. When they save this and they hand it into you, this writing will always stay there unless they've deleted it. I can click on it. I can move it around to wherever I need it on the page. So sometimes I'll say to the students, yeah, maybe you're working on an answer to a question, but working on the page is a little bit tricky right now. That's fine. Click on type, click on the page. It doesn't really matter where, to be honest. I'm going to turn off that, sorry. And then I can start to type. There we go. Nope, so it's having an issue right now. Perfect. Okay, so no big deal. It is having a little issue. One thing we always say to the kids is when something's not working right, turn it on, turn it off. And if that doesn't help, then we refresh. I'm just going to refresh for a second. It'll load it back up. You'll notice my writing will still be there. My highlight should still be there. Nothing is lost. Click on the typewriter again, click, and I can type my answer here, right? And I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it red because I want it different than the writing that's there. And I can even, if there are blanks on the page, I can move it around, put it wherever I need it to be on the page. Obviously, that's not going to work because it's over top of writing. But the students actually have a fair bit of ability to customize and to move things around. And once you're done, so I've got this, I feel good about it, I close my piece. I still have my work. If I go into my drive, I've changed that work. Now that work was actually in a snap. There it is right there. I can double click on it and open it. Now notice it's done it again. It looks like nothing is there. That's fine. But when I open it with read and write, all of my writing, all of my highlighting, everything I've done will be there. And there we go. So this is a way that students can access PDFs. So if you put stuff up in your classroom or you have hard copies of things and you want to give it to the students, this is a really quick way, once you have the PDF in Google, for them to access it and be able to customize it, write on it, highlight, do everything you would do in a regular Google Doc. I hope that was helpful. If you're having any difficulty getting this added or having difficulty making it work, please contact us at the Technology Services Department. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Bye for now.